Who's gonna save him? Uh, the. Hi everyone, I'm going to react to the case study of Vanitas season 1, episode 6, questions. And last episode we saw the backstory with Louis and everything, and I was just feeling like not really trusting Louis' master and whatever. And at the end there, you saw Charlatan trying to entice Noe to tell him his true name, but then Vanitas came in at the end there, so he didn't. So that's what happened last episode. And before we get into this one, if you guys like my reaction, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe, and please consider supporting my Patreon at patreon.com/feelimini. And I'll start this episode, and here we go. Okay, I'm confused about a couple of things. How are Luca, Domi related, and Veronica or whatever, and even Lord Ruthven or something or other like that? Like, how are they related? Because in the previous episode, when Veronica first showed up, Luca called her his sister, and then this episode, Domi called her sister. So are Luca and Domi related? And then when Lord Ruthven shows up, Luca called him uncle. So it's like I'm confused about the family tree when it comes to these people. Okay. Vanitas stopped Noe from revealing his name, right? And then what's her name? Jeanne also shows up. So all of them were there. And then Luca asked, was it Luca? I don't know. One of them said, "You from Charlatan, right?" So what is Charlatan? What is it? Is it a group? Because I've always thought that Charlatan was like, I don't know, one person. And not, well, yeah, I guess I've always thought that it was one person, but then one person that sort of like has control over other people, I guess. But it doesn't seem like that's the case. It seems like it's more like a group. Maybe this group has a leader. Because they're like, you from Charlatan. So it's like you from this group, right? And whatnot. But then after the main person was Nenia, whatever, the one that wanted to know Noe's true name, she has the shadowy form, I guess. I've always thought, I don't know, is there only one shadowy form that looks like that? You know, that wants to know your true name? Or do other people also have that shadowy form? This particular one was called Nenia, and they were like the Queen's Fangs. They've spent too much time here and there, the Queen's Fangs or something or other like that. So I'm like, first of all, I'm like, who's the Queen's Fangs? What the heck is that? Turns out to be Veronica. But then as Nenia or whatever was leaving, she was telling Noe that she basically has an interest in Noe in knowing his true name and whatnot. And then as they were leaving, Luca and Shan tried to go after them, but I'm like, I was pretty sure they're not gonna be able to catch them, and they didn't. And now you have Vanitas there, and Domi shows up as well, and then they're like, okay, there are many curse bearers around, so they needed Vanitas's help to basically subdue them, heal them, either way. And they were trying to do that, and they were doing that until it came down to that little girl that Vanitas gave. What was it that he gave her? I don't quite remember. Was it flowers? Something. He gave her something. And when I saw her, she looked completely different, like all like animalistic and just different from the others. And Vanitas said that once you reach that point, there's really no bringing you back to your true self. So the only way that he could save her was to basically kill her. And then as he was doing that, you see Noe really struggling with that and telling Vanitas not to do it, because whenever someone is cursed, he always thinks back to Louis and the fact that Louis was killed because of it, and him wanting to, when he sees Vanitas, he sees the fact that he can heal curse bearers. He was under the impression, I guess, that he can always heal them, I guess. He didn't think that there would come a point where Vanitas would even be killing other vampires, that were cursed, other curse bearers. But this little girl's case was really far gone, so there was really nothing else that Vanitas could do about it. And because Vanitas Noe was under the impression that Vanitas was the savior that could save all curse bearers, like no exception, he felt, I guess, betrayed by Vanitas when he killed that girl. But then again, Vanitas didn't tell him that he was gonna be. Yes, he keeps saying that I will save all vampires, no matter whether you want it or not. I will save you all and everything. He didn't die. Not like he didn't tell no way that he was gonna, like, there was no way that none of them were gonna die by his hands or anything. He didn't say anything like that. So Noe should not be feeling betrayed or whatever. And I guess that's why after he passed out, and then he was having even that conversation with him and his teacher or whatever, was that really happening? Because it felt like, okay, his teacher sent him on this quest of assessing the book of Vanitas and whatnot, and then in this particular dream, the teacher was telling him that he didn't send him there to make sure that the book was not gonna hurt them or anything like that. That he just wanted him to meet all the people that I guess this book will attract and something or other, and then him making his own assessment of what it. I don't quite remember exactly what he said, but basically this conversation, I will look through it later. But basically, he's saying he's giving him basically new information in this sort of like dream state about why he sent him on this journey. So that's why I'm like, is this conversation really happening or what? Because clearly the teacher did not spell out clearly what he wanted him to do with his assessment of the book of Vanitas. It was after he passed out, and oh my head, I have a headache. It was after he passed out that he was having this dream with his master or whatever. So I'm like, is there some kind of psychic connection between the master and Noe? And while he passed out, they were able to communicate in his dream-like state. Like, I don't know. That's where my mind went. So, and it was during that conversation that Noe was saying to his master that he needed to apologize to Vanitas because he put his own assumptions basically on him, and that's why when he killed that girl, that he felt betrayed. It was because of his own assumptions about who Vanitas was and what he was there to do, and his own expectations of what Vanitas is supposed to do or something or other like that. Or what? So he decided to apologize, and he apologized at the end there. But in the meantime, Veronica showed up. Well, Domi told no way to get Vanitas out of there. When the sister showed up, Veronica showed up, and the next time you see Domi was all like suspended and whatnot. And then Veronica showed up where Noe and Vanitas were, and she was like trying to icicle them and everything. And she was about to kill Vanitas. And I'm like, who's gonna show up? Who's gonna show up? My mom went to Jeanne for a second, that maybe Jeanne was gonna show up, but it was Noe at first that was start trying to protect him and everything. But then Lord Ruthven came, like Ruthven or whatever, and just like knock her mask into half, and then we saw her face, and the ice stuff also like it didn't disappear right then and there. Veronica was telling Ruthven, because he wasn't there, he said he was attacked or something, and he took time to find another ride or something or other before he could come. So he didn't know what was happening. And as Veronica was telling him everything, and he asked Vanitas if he was the one that killed, that little girl. And Vanitas, of course, was the one that killed her. He wasn't gonna lie about that. But oh no. Oh yeah, I was trying to think about the sequence of events. It was after Lord Ruthven was basically gonna kill, because after Vanitas accepted the fact that he was the one that killed her, and Ruthven was making it. Well, it seems like he was about to kill Vanitas, and that's where Noe got in between them and was like, you guys are interrupting my conversation with him or something or other like that. And Ruthven started laughing and then apologized or something. And he's like, oh yeah, you're right. And then, okay, my thing was when he used his whatever power black flame thingy that he used to get rid of the ice. I couldn't help but notice that he had those, when Vanitas is using the book and everything, you see these sort of like lines, these little lines with dots at the end, that sort of look like some kind of formula. What the heck am I saying? Formula-ish. I don't know. Like, just, you know what I'm talking about. Those little lines and that show up and everything. When this guy was using his power to dispel the ice, you could clearly see those lines as well. It was black. Those black lines. So I'm like, I haven't seen anybody else. For example, when you look at when Veronica was using her eyes, you didn't see those lines. And with this Lord Ruthven, you can clearly see it. So I'm like, clearly, I feel like it's a formula kind of thing. And if it's a formula kind of thing, it seems like this guy can also maybe alter the formula of things. Because this isn't that what Vanitas does when he's trying to heal people. He basically alters or like when he's trying to fix, yeah, well, whatever. When he's trying to fix the curse bearers, and then he's using the book, isn't he basically rewriting their formula and making returning the true formula? I don't know what I'm talking about, man. Like, I know what I'm trying to say, but I just don't know how to properly articulate it. Like when you're cursed, the formula, your true name, that's basically the formula that makes you who you are, is corrupted, right? And then you have Vanitas used his book to basically fix the formula, solve the formula, and give you your true name back or whatever. So if this guy also can manipulate formulas and whatnot, I feel like I don't know where I'm trying to go with this, but I feel like there's something there. The fact that he can also, if what I'm saying, like the black lines thing, mean the formula kind of stuff, the manipulation of formulas and stuff, then that means that this guy can also, in theory, he should also be able to manipulate a vampire's true name, right? Which is sort of like a formula kind of thing. I don't know. I feel like with my headache, I'm having a hard time thinking about what I'm trying to say and how to properly say it. But yeah, I feel like there's something there with his powers that look sort of like formulaic. I don't know. I'm not quite sure exactly what Vanitas was feeling after Noe woke up and he went to the tower, and Vanitas was also there, and he's like, it feels like Vanitas is angry about something and he wants to say something to Noe, but he's like, nah, I don't have anything to say to you or something or other like that. I'm like, what? Yeah, he sort of seemed upset when Lord Ruthven showed up and he used his how about to say black magic? He used his powers to dispel the ice and everything. There was a look of some kind in Vanitas' eyes that I'm like I noticed it. So when Noe was like, are you upset or something or other like that, he didn't articulate it. He didn't say it out loud to us, but I feel like, yes, he was feeling some kind of way. I just don't know what exactly he was feeling. And during their banter or whatever, they basically came to the conclusion that Noe was going to be following him around to see what he's going to do and all of that. And Vanitas is not going to stop him. Even if he tried to stop him, he's still going to follow him. So it's like, before, Noe was like, I'm not working with you. I don't like you and whatnot. And yes, he still doesn't like him, but now he's going along with him of his own volition instead of it being something that's thrust upon him. Now he's choosing to go along with Vanitas to see, or he's exploiting everything that he's gonna be doing, So yeah, sorry if my discussion was all over the place. I woke up with this headache that still hasn't gone away, so it's like, yeah, I'm having a trouble thinking. Thank you guys for watching, and if you like this reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and if you want to see my reaction to the next episode, you can do so by checking out my Patreon, patreon.com/feeling, and you can also see the full info of this reaction there as well. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye. Gonna slow up and I'm thinking it's time to go get 'em. They ain't gonna know.